So today we are going to understand direct and inverse proportion of class 8. So first of all, let us understand what is the introduction. So as we know, there are many situations in our life where we see some direct or indirect relationships between two things. As you can see, we can see different situations. The first situation is that if the number of things purchased is increasing, then the amount to pay will also increase. And if the speed of car will increase, then the time to reach the destination will decrease. Okay, so these are the two different situations. Now what is variation? If the value of two objects depend upon each other in such a way that the increase or decrease in the value of one object affect the value of another object, then these two objects are said to be in variation. We are going to understand in detail in the further slide. So what is variation? If the value of two objects depend upon each other, as we have already understood. So for example, if you are going to buy one chocolate and you have to pay 5 rupees for one chocolate. So if you want to buy 5 chocolates, so you have to pay more money. Similarly, if you are going to school on bicycle and your friend is going to his school on motorcycle, and if the distance between your home and school and your friend's home and school is exactly same, then you can understand your friend will reach earlier than you. So this is the first proportional variation which we say direct proportion. So two quantities A and B are said to be in direct proportion if increase in A increases the B and decrease in A decreases the B. But the ratio of their respective values must be the same. A and B will be in direct proportion if A upon B is equals to K, that means it is a constant value. In such a case, if B1, B2 are the values of B corresponding to the values A1, A2 of respectively, then A1 by B2 equals to A2 by B1. So what we can understand here, that in direct proportion, if you are increasing one part, there will be increase in the other part. If you are decreasing one part, there will be decrease in the other part also. Now here is one very good examples. So if you work for 1 hour, your salary is $20. If you work for 2 hours, your salary will $40. 3 hours, $60. That means you can see it is multiplying. The salary is increasing if you work for more hours. This shows that as the number of hours worked will increase, the amount of salary will also increase with the constant ratio. Now, methods to solve direct proportional problems. The first one is tabular method. So you can see you have to just divide the one part to other part. That means A1 to B, A1 upon B1, A2 upon B2, A3 upon B3, and so on. So if one ratio is given, then we can find the other values also. The ratio remains the constant in the direct proportion. Here is one example. The cost of 4-liter milk is 200 rupees. Tabulate the cost of 2 liters, 3 liters, 5 liters, and 8 liters of milk of same quality. Now here we have done this, and we have created one tabular form. So now here we have to find the value of y2. So first of all, we need to find what is the value of x1 upon y1, so which is 4 upon 200. So now we are just solving it, and after solving we will get the result of y2, that means this value as 100 rupees. Similarly, we have to keep x1 upon y1 same as all of the cases, and we have to relate it with the other missing value, which is the y3, y4, and y5 in the different cases. And all of the cases, after comparing, we will get the results as y3 150, y4 250, and y5 400. Now what you can notice, that if you are increasing the amount of milk, there is increase in the price. So we can say it is an example of direct proportion. Now in unitary method, if two quantities A and B are in direct proportion, then the relationship will be K equals to A upon B or A equals to KB. So that is exactly same. Now here we have one more example. If a worker gets 2000 rupees for to work for 4 hours, then how much time will they work to get 60,000 rupees? So as we know, we need to first find K, which is 1 upon 500. By using this relationship, you can find A equals to KB. So we can find what is A, 1 upon 500 into 6000, so which is 12. So here is one mistake and zeros. So the answer is what? 12 hours he has to work. Now, inverse proportion. So two quantities A and B are said to be in inverse proportion if A increases and there is decrease in B. That means one part increases, other part decreases. One part decreases, other part increases. But the ratio of their respective values must be the same. So A and B will be the inverse proportion if we say K equals to AB. In such a case, B1, B2 are the values of B corresponding to the values A1, A2 of respectively. Then A1, B1 equals to A2, B2 equals to K. When two quantities A and B are in the inverse proportion, then they are written as A directly proportional to 1 upon B, or we can say A is inversely proportional to B. Now here is one example. Now if 15 artists can make a statue in 48 hours, then how many artists will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? So as we know, let the number of artists required to make a statue in 30 hours, let it be B. Why? Let the time required is Y. So now number of hours is 48 and number of artists is 15, and in other case number of hours is 30 and number of artists is Y. So we know that as the number of artists will increase, the time to complete the work will reduce. So after solving it, we will get the result as 24. So this is all about the direct and inverse proportion. Thanks.